Well, ICE confirming the suspect accused of killing a Houston area deputy was in the U.S. illegally and had been on the run for more than 2 decades. Let's bring in Texas Congressman Dan Crenshaw. And Congressman, I know that you were watching along with us as we watched this funeral at St. Patrick Cathedral as Jason Rivera, the fallen NYPD officer, is laid to rest today. And the NYPD commissioner, in her speech, getting multiple standing ovations because she was speaking directly to them from the heart, and she has their best interests of mind, and she said that the city won't turn their back on the police officers ever. But you're in Houston, and we know that even across the country, we've had 27 officers shot, and it's the 28th day of the month this year alone. What are your thoughts, and what are you hearing from people there in Houston or more broadly about this, these attacks against our officers?
No, thanks for having me, Dana. And from watching that, it does look like New York is in for some better leadership. Major upgrade from de Blasio. That's pretty obvious. We need some similar upgrades here in the Houston area. So, as you reported, we had 3 officers shot this week. Officer Galloway was murdered by an illegal immigrant here in this country illegally the week before that. And what's the root cause of this? Well, it's leftist ideology. So leftist ideology fundamentally does 2 things. It punishes success while accommodating bad behavior out of some false sense of compassion. And that manifests in lenient DAs, lenient judges, lenient prosecutors that are soft on crime and will let violent criminals out. Now, there's the Houston Chronicle reported there's well over 100 cases where a violent criminal was let out, maybe on some kind of low bail or just let out without bail, and then went on to commit murder. Not just another violent crime, but murder. Well over 100 cases. And this is happening all across the country. You're seeing crime spike. And so the root cause is leftist ideology. We need to address that root cause and actually put people away in prison when they commit violent offenses. It really is that simple. And if you really believed in compassion, if the left really believed in the compassion, then that compassion would extend to the victims that keep getting killed, whether those victims are police officers or whether those victims are civilians.
You've seen these secret flights, right, under the cover of darkness, where illegals have been flown to different cities all across America. We're expecting now, in July of last year, we had 6,500 apprehensions at the border. They now anticipate 9,000 per month in the spring of 2022. And the head of DHS, Mayorkas, was down at the border talking about some of the agents. And the audio leak, some of it, this did not go well. I just want to play a portion of this specific question coming up after.
Back here, before you come down, before anybody comes down, a senator, it doesn't matter. They bust as many people out here as they can to whatever other sector.
It may appear that everything's hunky-dory. We know better. I know better.
The commitment remains, and we'll keep fighting. And let me just say, you can turn your back on me, but I'll never turn my back on you.
You did the day you were appointed.
So apparently that happened off camera. Dana and I have been wondering, who else is covering this news? Yeah, think about it, turn around the dial, flip it around. And if the White House isn't being asked questions about it, if the administration feels no pressure to change their policy, seems pretty logical to conclude that they won't change their policy.
No, and at this point, we're wondering what on earth are they going to do to fix this crisis? And I do want to correct one thing. That's 9,000 expected per day. 9,000 per day.
Correct.
That's a completely unsustainable number at our border. That's a crisis every few hours. Let's not forget the DHS secretary under Obama said that 1,000 per day in the entire southern border would be considered a crisis. And now you've got 9,000 a day. And Texas is especially hit hard by this. And look, what they're doing is beyond comprehension. Joe Biden is deliberately refusing to execute his constitutional duty to execute the laws of the land. All right, that's very clear in Article 2, that the main purpose of the executive branch is to indeed enforce those laws. So when you're letting loose single adult males on buses and giving them plane tickets and allowing them to go through TSA with just their arrest warrant as identification, and by the way, did they ever show any identification? How do we even know that those names are real? We truly do not know who is coming into our country. This is a national security issue. It's a crime issue. It's a basic issue of sovereignty. Do we believe that we have a right to protect our borders or not? Do we believe that legal immigrants have a right to actually be in the front of the line instead of being cut in front of every single day by 9,000 people? there's a moral question to this. There's a legal question to this, and Joe Biden is deliberately refusing to exercise his constitutional duty.
Right. I misspoke. You're right about 9,000 a day. It's just extraordinary. It blows the mind to think that this has been going on for a year. Listen, we've got another speaker at this funeral in New York, and apologize for cutting you off. Please come back. Okay?
Congressman, thank you. Good to see you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.